Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. So in this video we will be covering chapter 12, improvement in food resource. So basically this is a chapter that provides us with information about what food resources and how we can make improvements in it. So let us look at the mind map that tells us about food resources can be obtained from either plants or animals. Through plants we can just achieve them through agriculture, and by animals through animal husbandry. And improvement in food resources. Why? Because rapid population is increasing, limited land, and rising demand. Then comes plant resources. How we can improve them? We can improve the crop variety, crop production, and crop protection. And here are simple short points about it too. Then comes of animals. Of also animals, we can animals are made made pet by cattle farming, poultry farming, fish culture, apiculture, that is bee cultivation, and also short points about them. Then comes our keywords that includes abiotic resistance, animal husbandry, aquaculture, apiculture, biotic resistance, broilers, and capture fishing, cattle farming, compost, composite fish culture, crop rotation, culture fishery, rot animals, fertilizers, fish production, GMC, which is those genetically modified creatures, green manure, hybridization, intercropping, irrigation, kharif crops, lactation period, layers, micronutrients, manure, mariculture, milch animals, mixed cropping, organic farming, pasturage, pathogen, photoperiod, poultry farming, rabbit crops, vermicompost, and weeds. So basically, there are so many keywords, meaning there are so many definitions too. First introduction, we are getting told that all organisms need food and they get food from plants and animals. And India has a pace growing population which has increasing food demands. 12.1 improvement in crop yields. So first we are getting told that crops can be divided based on nutrients and based on seasons. Based on nutrients, there are cereals, pulses, oilseeds, vegetables, spices, fruits, and fodder. Based on seasons, there are Kharif, Rabi, and Zaid. So basically, you have to learn these based on seasons because they are very important and they may come in the exams. Then comes an important fact that in India there has been a 4 times increase in food production of food grains in 1952 to 2010, with only 25% increase in land area. The major group of activities for improving crop yields can be classified as crop variety, production and protection, management and improvement. So firstly, in crop variety improvement, we hybridize the plants, which means crossing between genetically dissimilar plants and making them modified, meaning genetically modified. We can make our desirable traits into that particular genetically modified organism and make that very convenient. So hybridization can be intervarietal, interspecific, intergeneric. Intervarietal, different varieties; interspecific, different species; intergeneric, different genetics. Why hybridization? Because it gives us high yield, improved quality, biotic and abiotic resistance, change in maturity duration, wider adaptability, desirable agno- uh, agronomic characteristics. So next, 12.1.2, which is crop production management. So basically, based on the farmer's purchasing capacity, there are three production practices levels: high cost, low cost, and no cost. Then first is nutrition management. Plant receives nutrients from air, water, and soil. Through soil, it receives macro and micronutrients, and the soil can be enriched by supplying these nutrients in the form of manure and fertilizers. Manure can be either compost, vermicompost, or green manure. Fertilizers are inorganic salt and manure are organic salt. They provide small quantities of nutrients while fertilizers provide a high quantity of nutrients. They are less absorbable and fertilizers are easily absorbed. Then comes organic farming that tells us about no fertilizer or pesticide use can lead to organic farming. Then irrigation. We can also irrigate the plant through to well, dug well, canal, river lift system, tanks. These are the river water sources, and we can use sprinkler farming or drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is the most preferred because it gives water direct to the root area, giving less water usage. Then comes cropping patterns, which can be either mixed, intercropping, or crop rotation. So in mixed, they are in the same field, and two crops are grown in the half of field. Intercropping, and two rows of one plant, two rows of another plant, and two rows of the first plant. Like this, it is grown in the whole field. In crop rotation, at 1 year, one crop is grown, and the next year, another crop is grown. Crop protection management includes food security, biological protection. It is very important too. The main threat are organisms and that are called pests that harm crops. It can be divided into weeds, insects, and pathogens. Weeds can be Xanthium insects, caterpillar, pathogens, viruses. Weeds are unwanted plants. Insects cut root, stem, leaf, suck seed, cell sap, meaning they harm the plant in various ways. Pathogens are disease-causing microbes, which are example viruses. Storage of grains. Grains are very important to be stored, otherwise biotics or abiotics components can harm them. Biotic components like insects, rodents, fungi, mites, bacteria. Abiotic components like temperature and humidity. If harmed, they may cause loss to degraded quality, poor germinability, and discoloration. They can be prevented by strict drilling, cleaning, and a drying chemical spray, which is called fumigation. Then comes animal husbandry, which is identified as scientific management of animal livestock, and it includes feeding, breeding, and disease control. Animal husbandry is mainly done for cattle farming, fish production, poultry farming, beekeeping. This is a very long chapter and talks about various ways through which we can improve our plants. Cattle farming is done for two purposes, which is milch and draught. Milch for milking, draught for labor in agriculture. Indian cattle are Bos indicus cow, Bos bubillis buffalo. Lactation period is identified as the period of milk production between birth of young one to pregnancy. Milk production greater if period is greater. Crossbreeding of foreign and Indian breeds can be sustainable, like Holstein Friesian Bluesival gives us Frieswell. The lactation period of this foreign breed is high, and the disease resistance of this Indian breed is high. So they give us an desirable trait through which we can decrease the disease and increase the lactation period. Then comes shelter management. We need hygiene, which is done by proper cleaning, regular brushing, slopy floor, and well ventilated sheds. Then food requirement types, maintenance requirement and lactation requirement, and it includes roughage, which is fibers and concentrates for less fiber and high protein. Diseases are external and internal that can be controlled by vaccination. External are outside the body, cause skin infection. Internal affect stomach, intestine, and liver. They are inside. Poultry farming comes next to raise hens and roosters, and that are also called egg and broiler. For egg, there is a name called layers. Crossbreeding between Indian and foreign varieties for desirable traits like number and quality of chicks, dwarf broiler parent for commercial chick purpose, high temperature tolerant, low maintenance requirement, and reduction in size of female to utilize more fibrous, cheaper diets formulated by using Agriculture byproducts. Then comes egg and broiler production. For requirements for broiler is a high vitamin A and K, layer less. Maintenance is hygiene maintenance, temperature regulation, and pest control. Fish production includes fish is a protein source, which is divided into finned, roe fish, shelled fish, hilsa, and prawn. Fish can have water resources, salty or fresh. Mariculture, which is fish production. Marine fisheries include coastline and deep sea area. Yield is increased by locating large schools of fishes by echo sounders and satellites. Popular fish varieties are here. High valuable are also here. And then comes inland fishery, which is done in freshwater or brackish water. Fish culture is integrated or intensive. Intensive fish culture has surface feeders, middle zone, and bottom feeders and weed feeders, decreasing the food fight between them. Disadvantages: fish and seed gets mixed, overcome by breeding fish and hormone simulation. Beekeeping, called apiculture, used for finance for due to low investment. Local varieties include Apis serena, Apis florai, Apis dorsata. Apis dorsata is rock bee, serena is Indian bee, florai is little bee. Apis mellifera, Italian bee, is widely cultivated to increase yield to honey. They have benefits like high honey collection capacity, stay in beehive for long, high breeding. Bees are kept in apiaries, and the quality depends on pasturage and flower available. So with this, I have ended my video and showed you all the notes that I have made, and the easiest notes are these on the YouTube and all the platforms that you may ever think of. So along with this, I have ended my video. Please like and subscribe my channel for more such notes. Along with this, the ninth chap class notes are also completed. So thank you for watching my video till the end. Thank you.